everyone, welcome back. My name is Shani and on this channel we talk about candle making and selling candles online. Are you thinking about starting your first business and struggling to differentiate between what you really need to think about versus what's just taking up space in your mind? By the end of this video, you will have the initial stages for your business blueprint, or if you already have a plan, this will help you assess your current plan. If you stick around to the end, I will tell you how you can access your very own high-impact business blueprint. Subscribe and hit the bell if you are a budding candle maker looking to start and grow your first business. Just to give you a bit of a background, this is really different to the content I used to make. Through 2019 and up to February of this year, I was working in Italy on an assignment. As COVID-19 hit, we were given 3 days to pack up our stuff, so I packed up my entire apartment and moved back to London. This huge and unexpected change really made me reevaluate my life and realize that job security is not really a thing. I realized that tomorrow isn't promised, and if I wanted to do something, I have to do it and just get on with it. I currently have my job, but by the end of September, who knows? There's a very likely possibility that I will be made redundant. Once I got over the initial stress and panic, I realized this is the kick up the butt I've needed for a really long time. So with this kick up the butt, I've basically spent since February up until now working on my new business. And I'm really excited to say that I'm opening my own candle business and it's due to launch at the end of September. After months of research, I've boiled it down to 5 top things I think any person looking to start their own business should think about. So with that, let's get into it. Number 1, passion. Okay, don't roll your eyes at me, I know where you're at, and honestly, if I saw a video by somebody else saying that passion was something you had to consider, I would have rolled my eyes too. Passion sounds super fluffy and not very actionable at all, but it's true. Things are gonna get really rough in business, and it's so important to think about this and answer it really honestly. There have been so many times where I have been super passionate about something. I'd buy all the books, crack it open once, and then a week or two later, it'll just fizzle out. Passion is so important because it's going to be the thing that drives you to make your business succeed. You will be relentless at making your business work no matter how hard or how mundane the tasks you have to do to get there will be. The truth is, a lot of aspiring entrepreneurs are not actually that passionate about their business. They're more interested in the idea of making money or being successful. While those two qualities are important, your passion is going to give you the drive to pick yourself up if you fail and give you that competitive edge. You're going to be that person that's always thinking of ways to grow versus somebody who's just doing it for the money. If you dig deep and realize that you aren't actually that passionate about the business you're planning to start, that's okay. At least you know now before you've invested a ton of time and money into it. To draw out your passions, I suggest journaling. Make a list of everything that motivates you about your business idea. If you're truly passionate about it, you'll be able to go past money being a motivating factor and write tons of different things about why you love your business so much. Number 2, sacrifice. Now, I don't want to take the fun out of starting a business because it really is fun, but sacrifice comes with the territory and is said to be a key characteristic of successful entrepreneurs. As you start your entrepreneurial path, there are going to be times where you're going to have to decide what is an essential activity and a non-essential activity. You're also going to have to decide if you're willing to temporarily give up some of your usual activities. Pre-COVID, I was out and about most of the week, and while it was really fun, it meant that I wasn't very productive with my spare time. Since starting my business, I've definitely become a lot more mindful about how I'm spending my time and how I can optimize it. Now, I'm not saying if you want to start a business, you're not allowed to see your friends and family and you're not allowed to leave your house. You'll burn out like this and have limited capacity to generate new ideas. What I've been doing to optimize my time is calendar block. So making sure that I have undistracted work time, but also really good quality time with my friends and family. Number 3, product. When it comes to products, you may have an idea in mind, but it's really important to get super detailed about who you think your dream client is going to be. Essentially, who is going to buy your product and why. Amazon teaches the concept of customer obsession. You want to strive to find out as much as possible about them. What are their pain and pleasure points? How do they spend their time? And where do they spend their money? Dig so deep you feel like you know exactly who they are. When starting out your business, you may have lots of ideas and concepts, but it's not actually validated against real human beings. Start testing your products on family and friends. Doing this is so important because what you have in your mind is theoretical until it's proven. On a level of 1 to 10, how well do you think you know your customer? If you're stuck on how to find out more about your customer and would like me to do a video on how you can dig deeper, give this video a big thumbs up. Number 4, finance. So finance is a bit of a minefield and there are so many things to think about. The way I separate it out is into my personal finance and my business finance. For the personal finance side, I'm really focusing on if you are personally investing or you and your partner are personally investing into the venture, so using your own finance, rather than seeking external investment. So let's start with if you're unemployed, on furlough, or soon to be made redundant. Do you have enough money to sustain yourself? If yes, for how long? If no, how are you going to make up for the shortcomings whilst prioritizing your business? Have you mapped out your absolute necessary expenditures versus what you have in the bank? With knowing that I could very well be made redundant in September, I immediately put a stop to all unnecessary spending. I have done my very best to save enough money to keep me afloat for up to 6 months without having to worry about a salary. I know I'm pretty lucky because I don't really have high living costs. Whilst I may have up to 6 months worth of salary saved, this could be wiped out by a rainy day that could happen unexpectedly. What I've done and what I'd suggest to anybody else is to sign up to freelancing websites like Upwork, Fiverr or Freelancer and leverage your skills to work for somebody else in the meantime. The great thing, of course, about freelancing is you can work in your own time and still have money coming in, so you can still prioritize your business at the same time. Now that we've covered personal finance, let's move on to the business finance side. Firstly, when thinking about your business idea, it's really important to understand what the current market situation is for it. When researching my candle business, I found that the candle industry was valued at $3.45 billion in 2018 and is set to grow to $6.06 billion by 2025. This is a massive growth and really bolstered my confidence in starting my business. Now, moving from the global scale down to your small business, you really have to think about how much you're willing to invest versus the return you expect to see. Essentially, how are you going to allocate your budget so it does the most work for you in a specified amount of time? It goes without saying, you don't want your business to be an endless money pit. My best advice would be to implement robust financial tracking so you know when you need to stop investing and when it's a good idea to scale up your investments. Knowing your customer, conducting rigorous market research, testing, setting milestones, and starting small is one of the best ways of optimizing a product without throwing buckets of money at it and hoping something sticks. Another element of business finance you have to consider is your pricing. I have observed so many fellow new business owners underselling themselves and underpricing their product. Now, obviously, I haven't looked at their spreadsheets, but my biggest guess would be that they don't have detailed enough financial tracking. And therefore, they're not getting a true reflection of the actual costs they're spending to make their product. This means they're pricing at an unsustainable level and have very low profit margins. Documenting every nitty-gritty cost is time-consuming, but it will really give you a true reflection of the amount of money you're spending on your business and how much you should be pricing your products at. Having a good financial tracker will also help you identify areas where you may be spending too much money and you might be able to cut some fat and have a healthier profit margin. Number 5, mindset and self-development. When I started my entrepreneurial journey, mindset and self-development wouldn't have been on my top 5 list. To me, it seemed fluffy and had no substance. But the deeper I go, the more I realize how important it is to expel any limiting beliefs and open my mind to the limitless possibilities I can expand my business into and bring value to my customers. Changing my mindset goes hand in hand with self-development. I have invested in myself after a very long time. I have invested my time and money in free and paid for advice, courses, and books. Standing on the shoulders of others who have already started their own businesses has been invaluable to me. It's helped me avoid costly mistakes and taught me how to protect and grow my business in the best possible way. Something I was taught by the coach Vanessa Lau is that we only really see the tip of the iceberg for most business owners. We do not see all the foundational work and resources that are going on behind the scenes. Unfortunately, many businesses fail pretty quickly because they're modeling their business on another business but not actually realizing the depth and strategies that are being implemented to this business. You don't have to spend a lot of money developing yourself. There are tons of free and affordable resources out there. I personally really enjoy Skillshare. There's so many different topics and I've really enjoyed getting through them. Of course, just going through a course is not enough. Implementing and testing is definitely something I need to get better at. Basically, taking action is the most critical part. There are a few courses I'd like to take in the future and I'm consciously putting away money aside so I can do that. This has been a total mindset change for me because if I were to look back in January, I probably wouldn't even be thinking about taking courses. Okay guys, there you have it, my top 5 considerations you have to think about before starting an online business. If you think you have your mind settled on these points and you're ready to go and start your business, I am so excited for you and I can't wait to see what you achieve. And if not, it's okay, at least you've thought about it now and you're closer to finding your next venture. If you think there are any points that I missed out and you think that there are other things you should consider before starting an online business, please let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to learn from you. I'm new to this as well, but I just wanted to share what I've learned. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I do have a high impact business plan which you can download. I have put the directions of how you can access this business plan in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!